And it's Orisa. It is the Orisa. It is Orisa Torb Sim. This is their solution to the Winston, I guess. But Guxue is going to get the first kill on Shockwave. And Guxue is going to get the second kill on Gala. Okay. And Guxue is going to get the next kill. Like, Guxue is just going to kill everybody. Okay. Yeah, so the full... We don't want to deal with Winston composition, I suppose. Monk... Actually, getting closer and closer to Kitsune. Guxue gets a kill into Okay, Gushue's just killing everybody. Yeah, Jwoo's dead. Virtus.pro are struggling here to find a way in. They're TP in. Not able to find much success. Guxue is also going to go for an early bubble, I believe. So up here. Okay, jumping away. Also, what is this armor indicator? It, like, looks different. I actually really like that. It looks really clean. Okay, Kitsune's down from Monk. Going for as much damage as possible there. Not able to get much out of it. There's the overclock from Shy. Yeah, the overhealth and the, everything is above your health bar. And Shy, oh my goodness, Shy gets 3. Virtus.pro. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure if not banning the Winston was the correct decision here, but Gardens is a tough map for them either way. It is tough for them either way. Okay, rolling out again. Guxue, super early hit. The Pulse Bomb! The Suzu saves, but still, wow, okay. Gushue's in the room with the Primal, though. Gonna go for a kill. Guxue is able to get 2. Vistola, Gala dead. There's nothing that Virtus.pro can do. Oh my goodness, a 3rd kill! They came out swinging. Alright, let's go. Round number 2, we're on Control Center. Here we go. Shy. Looking for a bit of damage here. Virtus.pro running the same composition, sticking with it. Now this Brawl Orisa composition is going to be a lot more effective here in Control Center because there's just a lot less distance to close. It's going to be tough to force the Winston, but it doesn't matter because Monk just gets a kill into Vistola. Vistola takes so much damage. Mew's dead though. Mew is kind of that weak point for once again, so you have to keep that in mind, but Shy's able to get Gala as well. They are performing like crazy. I don't know if it's the, you know, the home turf buff or something, but they are doing incredibly well. And again, like, yeah, look at the armor. Look how the armor is above the health bar there. Like, you see that? Like, oh, yeah, it's so cool looking. The shields, too. It looks like StarCraft is what it looks like. I think that's how it shows in StarCraft. I think that is how it shows in StarCraft, kind of. Whoa, Shy's able to get an initial kill into Gala, though. What a kill. This is ridiculous. Vistola now over to Ram. I mean, Virtus.pro are going a full comp switch, trying to figure out what to do. Once again, they were just kind of allowed to play their preferred Winston composition in there. They're pulling off ridiculous feats right now on Control Center. This is not a Winston map at all. Okay. Guxue kind of holding close. There's the Kitsune, actually earlier than I thought it would come out from Monk. I don't think it's a very good Kitsune. So this does provide an opening for Virtus.pro. They need to use it. They need to take advantage of it. You have Jwoo in the back forcing point. Okay, once again, backing away. Not much value out of the Kitsune other than kind of like forcing point percentage. Okay, the engage though. Monk's able to get Gala and leaves able to get Fixa. There's no supports. The Juno Lucio just gone like that. Although I'm kind of confused as to why no Juno break. The lack of Juno break's interesting, but yeah, Vistola's dead as well. One more fight, one more attempt left. Shockwave staggered. Jwoo, you gotta be careful. It's gonna be a rushed fight for Virtus.pro. This is really surprising. This is incredibly surprising, actually. Virtus.pro, they're struggling against, once again, big time. Once again, look insane right now. It's a little ridiculous. Also, what? Guxue got the shield perk? Wait, Guxue got the deployable perk. Guxue got the deployable perk on Winston. Why? Why? What? Wait, no, that's more confusing or exciting than anything that's going on. Guxue just pulled out the forbidden perk. He actually got the anti-turret perk. Oh my goodness. Is it good secretly? I guess Gushue's able to get Gala. Okay, Shockwave has the overclock available. Guxue gets another. What the hell is happening? What is going on? Virtus.pro needs something here, anything with their overclock, but Shy has his own overclock. You're not getting back in there easily. Jwoo with a nice little touch there. There is a chance for Virtus.pro. They need to get in there. Gala looking to build this orbital ray, but Vistola's health bar is just going to go down, and it's gone. It is gone. And Guxue's just going to go in there. He's free. Gala's dead. No, this is not... What? Oh my goodness. Once again... Banning Pharah might have not been the play. Banning Pharah might have been a slight mistake. I think we need to ban Winston if we're going Lijiang. That was also just an insane performance from, once again, they played that really well. I need you to lock in Smash. You got this. You got this, Smash. I will say push as a mode, there was a lot of like pushback on push when it first released. People felt like it was unfair, people felt like it was too steamrolly, and people felt like the first fight was too important. I feel like over time, I've just liked it more and more. Like, yeah, it can get a little steamrollery at times. It can get like that, but I do feel like it's a bit of an underrated mode. And as we've had more and more maps be added, it's been fine. Same thing with Flashpoint. I don't get Flashpoint hate. Like, I get not liking... Okay, Suravas is a great map, but I get not liking, what is it called? New Junk City. New Junk City is super brawl heavy. You can't really play dive or anything like that easily on that map, so I get that. But Suravas I hate is forced, I think. Okay, here we go. Liga actually going Diva to start here. Sojourn Genji. And Vestol's in the SIG. Okay, interesting. And then Brig Juno Mirror, so willingly taking that Brig Juno Mirror, maybe saving the support bans for last map, but although again, if they want to ban a support, they cannot ban or protect ban for Winston. Virtus Pro on their attack, pushing forward. It looks like we don't have the, okay, Shy, looking for a shot here. Oh, misses it on Shockwave, just barely avoids it. Okay, Virtus Pro pushing forward. Oh, and then Leave, able to like push back in, able to get fixed at Vistola falls as well. Really doing a good job of like conserving HP here for Liga. I feel like once again's composition is interesting. The Diva defense, and it's hard to hold space with the Diva, so I kind of like want to look into how Liga plays this, right? Because it should be pretty easy for Virtus Pro to take space, to push, but maybe it's a bit deceptive there. Liga starting on the high ground, you see the Diva here. It's just like really interesting in this mirror. Like everything's mirrored except for that Diva. Okay, Jwoo's gonna wrap around, control the wide area. Yeah, I guess the Diva just sits on cart. For the most part, Liga is just on cart, and there's both support ultimates. Liga is able to get Fixa, and that's it. Fixa also rally jacks, I believe. No value from the rally. Oh my goodness. Pushing back in, and Shockwave, look how far Shockwave is behind of Chai. Jwoo gonna pop the blade. Oh, nice blade from Jwoo. That's exactly what Virtus Pro needed in this moment. Oh, Jwoo also, like, in the back there, going for a nice little, cart force. Cool, cool, cool. Well played. Now Gala has Orbital Ray. This is the key moment for Virtus Pro. They have insane ult advantage. They need to win now. Shy's gonna pop this overclock. You need to live, you need to live, you need to live. Oh my goodness, okay. I was really scared of a Rajax there, but it's not gonna be a Rajax. Looks like once again I'm able to kite, but Leave's gonna die in the process. Lie caught. Nice flux, nice rock, beautiful rock actually from Vistola. Well done. And that's going to be first point for Virtus Pro, finally breaking through, although that was harder than I would have expected it to be. Definitely much harder than I would have expected it to be. Shockwave, overclock, ready to go. Once again, have nothing, but they're going to be ahead on support ult to see Monk compared to Gala. You have to keep an eye on the orbital rays here. Shockwave. Maybe just an early overclock, honestly, but for now, Virtus Pro probably just playing it slow. Leave! A deflect into Jwoo, not sure what happened there, but nice early pick for once again. Here's the overclock to try and trade. Once again, I'm just choosing to kite it out. Choosing to kite it out, give a bit of cart progress. Virtus Pro continuing to push forward. Now I think Virtus have to back off. They're down Jwoo, they don't really have an angle. You see Liga and the Diva just pushing so far forwards. And now the rally jacks again from Fixa. Mew just got the better of Fixa twice in a row. Oh my goodness. Fixa didn't have chance to breathe. Just too slow from Virtus Pro. They needed to make a decision on whether they wanted to fight that or make their way out. And I feel like they tried to fight that a little too long. Tried to fight it a little too long, and now once again have orbital array advantage, which, you know, is really, really, really hard to beat. See, Gala's only 60%. They're kind of like off time with each other. It's going to be interesting to see if Virtus Pro are going to hold on to a speed ring maybe for this, but I think they used theirs there on the rotation, and now Vistola's trying to kite. Jwoo's actually trade. Nice trade. And Virtus Pro, their kite wasn't horrible. I mean, you lose Vistola, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Oh, Jwoo dying there is super, super unfortunate, though. You really don't want to lose Jwoo there. Okay, Gala getting closer and closer to this orbital ray. Needs to build it. Fix is going to go straight in. I'm not sure if that was the play. Very, very aggressive move from Fixa. Maybe getting a little impatient here. A lot of pressure in Virtus Pro. They need to perform. Shy Just gonna look for a shot at a spawn. Virtus.pro still unable to use their orbital ray. Gala needs to find an opportunity for this. Jwoo over the Mei as well, so interesting. The Mei, there's not many things you can necessarily wall off, but you're kind of an annoyance to the D.Va, right? Vistol is able to get Mew. Orbital ray advantage is like super big, right? It's kind of hard not to lose. Sorry, hard not to win, was what I meant to say. I can speak, I can say words. But that isn't going to save you from the fact that Monk is 70% too now. You see how they're trading the orbital rays back and forth? Yeah. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem here. Once again, they just need to build this. That's all they need to do. They just need to build an orbital ray. Now for Virtus.pro, they do if they realize that's what's happening, they can go for an aggressive rally or an aggressive overclock. They need to play aggressively here, though. That's the key to their victory. Okay, the wall, just again, an annoyance to this D.Va. Here's the overclock. I like it. Fixa also rally pretty early. Okay, and both DPS down. Well played from Virtus.pro. They're turning things around, and it looks like they're getting a checkpoint. It just came down to realizing that Monk was going to be building this, right? And responding to that in turn. Those two ultimates to win that fight were absolutely worth it. You get checkpoint, you get yourself to the third point. Very, very, very well played. Now, I think you might have to take a obligated fight loss here against Monk's orbital ray, but that's fine because Virtus.pro still have a bit of time, although the margins are getting slim here once you're down to 1 minute. If once again hold off on using their orbital ray, it could be like dicey to get back in. Gala, of course, going to be speedrunning this. Okay, Monk's orbital ray down. Oh, what the Mei wall to kite this. Oh, once again, oh my goodness, they held their speedring and everything perfectly. That was beautiful. Nice, gets the D.Va. Liga's dead. In Virtus.pro, they just successfully kited an orbital ray without taking a singular loss. Jwoo has this Blizzard. It's not going to be too useful against the Sojourn, against Shy. Gala still just speedrunning to this orbital. If Gala builds the orbital, Virtus.pro win. That is the win condition here. But Gala, oh my goodness! Shy's flank here, able to find Gala. And the freeze from Jwoo, it does get Shy, but it's just not enough. Can Vistola get a kill in here at least? Yes, he can. He's able to get the rock on leave. Is there a touch for Virtus.pro? There is not. I don't think there's anybody. I think that play from once again really shows that they understood what they were up against. They understood that there was an incoming orbital ray, and that they could not play that fight slow. They could not take their time. They knew that as soon as that orbital ray came down, there was no way they were winning. So they just went for the risky play. They went for the flank. The D.Va engage on top of it to DM the Sojourn. Shy making a hero play to turn that around. So you have to remember, in a Juno Brig mirror, a lot of it comes down to ult usage. Ult usage matters a lot more. And you're going to see both teams' decisions are going to be heavily, heavily impacted by who has orbital ray, who has rally. Even the DPS ultimates to an extent, like the overclock and everything. The overclock and the blade are more so tools you can use to deal with orbital ray and rally, right? It's interesting, and then you have Jwoo as well, who might be going with the Mei. Liga hovering over to Sigma pick. We'll see if he commits to it. Started on the D.Va. Looks like he's just going to go D.Va. Felt like over time, during this map, Virtus.pro have been adapting to this D.Va and responding to it pretty well. I like the fact that Vistola has been focusing his flexes on the D.Va as well. I think that's important. You're just focusing on getting that easy DMAC, right? You're focusing on getting that easy DMAC. Okay, here's the engage, the speed ring. Yeah, that, oh my goodness, Mew's in there. Mew's having a great performance. I think against this D.Va comp, maybe you have to create more distance. That's really interesting. Virtus.pro are pretty far forward. Dead immediately. Once again, already on a break. Mew taking a nice little stroll on cart. Taking a nice little break on cart. Shockwave. Just gonna start with swinging wide. Virtus.pro are gonna get in. They have like one more fight here, especially considering the cart push. First, you have to clear leave on this angle. You see the Genji on that high ground. Take care of that. Maywall's been used from Virtus.pro. They're kind of getting shoved here. Oh, nice shot from Shockwave, though. It's really, really important. And I do think Shockwave, in particular, on this map, does need to perform on the Sojourn. I feel like so far Shy has gotten the better of him. So, a lot of pressure on him. A lot of pressure on him in this Sojourn duel. I feel like on this first point, where it's just a long straight, it's whoever gets that initial pick on the Sojourn. Whoever can get that initial pick, whoever can gain the advantage earlier. There's something else I'm worried about, though, and I'm sure I've been pointing it out pretty often now. Look at the difference. The orbital ray difference is very, very concerning, but Fixa has an early rally. I think you have to go to aggressive with this. I think you have to go super, super aggro. I'm relying on Virtus Pro here. Oh, they need to realize that they're behind an orbital ray. You're still so behind. No. Oh, Fixa, it's late. It's late. They didn't know. They just didn't know. It was the wrong decision to play second there. They played defensively, instantly regretted it. Virtus Pro come back with their orbital ray, like they can win this fight, but every fight after that is not guaranteed. And there's 4 minutes that off of ult rotation once again should be able to win with 4 minutes. At least we'll get they should be able to get to the second point, checkpoint, so they have enough time. Shy going for an early overclock, well played. The flux misses from Vistola. Wall used to try and get rid of that Sojourn angle. But Shy is back. Gala's able to get leave, so Virtus Pro are stabilizing without using their orbital ray, so that's good. Kind of holding onto their ultimates there. Shy, maybe looking for a re-engage. You can see, thinking about it. The rock, I think, taken to the face from Lijiang. Shockwave also has the overclock available. Oh, the Juno isolated in this corner. Gala, wait. Oh, we're using orbital ray and overclock right now? Was that necessary? Well, I guess it was. That's tough. I'm not sure if that was the correct decision. But Fix is gonna have rally. I don't think you have to pop the rally just yet, but you do have to be careful. I think going aggressive with it might be better. The overclock definitely wasn't needed though. So we'll see what happens. Virtus Pro just in the moment, using a lot of ultimates, trying to ensure a fight win, which makes sense. I mean, you do have to be under a good bit of pressure here if you're Virtus Pro. You really don't want to lose this, and it's not like you got a full cap here either, so it's a mental barrier there where you really want it. Looks like Virtus Pro, they're just continually kiting. Oh, fixes the target. He's gonna rally. He's gonna bash in, and then there's the orbital ray. Just need to live this now. It's a really nice freeze. Jaywu didn't freeze? Oh, Jaywu didn't protect himself. He had his cooldowns too. Vistola's still alive, though. It looks like once again are trying to burst Vistola the best they can. The rally's out from Mew. It looks like that rally's enough. Wow. Yeah, Virtus Pro maybe were able to build their orbital ray during that fight. It might have been winnable, but no. Only 84% wasn't enough. They weren't able to make it happen. Okay. Orbital ray. Again, it's just a back and forth trading orbital rays. I think the question here is, do you try and win without orbital ray here, or do you just take the nice little fight win? Like, do you save it? Do you try and mirror the orbitals? I have no idea, but Shy's on this flank now. This is a problem. Virtus Pro might need just an easy way to engage. Jaywu's taking a lot of damage. Fixa from behind, be careful. Virtus Pro are kind of boxed in this room. Leave with the blade. 1, 2, goes for a third. Fix is dead. Shockwave is able to get one with the overclock, though. Vistola's still trying to hold down the point. There's the D-Mech on the Liga. Shockwave's dead. Jaywu's going to be the one who has to touch on Tracer. It just has to be a touch. This is so winnable, though, for Virtus. Vistola. Oh, that was such a good map from once again. They played that so well. I feel like that was just a poor performance from VP there, unfortunately. I do think they have more in them. I do think they can make a lower bracket run. But once again, they played that probably the best they could.